Next on E! News Live, Jon Voight makes a dramatic plea to his daughter, Angelina Jolie. He joins us live in our studio. A star from the hit show Ed, arrested on a drug charge. Stay tuned for the latest. Country singer Toby Keith sets the record straight about his controversial new song. American Idol competition heats up. We've got winners, the loser, and behind-the-scenes action. This is E! News Live with Steve Koletko and Linda Grosso in for Jules.
Hello, everybody. We begin tonight with the very personal story of an Oscar-winning actor who visits us on E! News Live as a concerned father. Joining Steve now is Jon Voight. Here he says, hoping to reach out to his daughter, Angelina Jolie. Hey, Jon.
That's right. Thank you, Linda. Her life and almost every part of it has made headlines. Most recently, you've heard about her marriage to Billy Bob Thornton, the adoption of their child, and now the impending divorce. But there's more to the story, and we turn for that to Jon Voight. Welcome, Jon. First of all, I'd like to ask, when was the last time you actually had a chance to speak to Angelina face-to-face?
Well, I had difficulty. I've had difficulty. Angie has been staying away from me because she knows that I've been trying to reach her to get her help. And the last time I had the opportunity to see her was at this 90th anniversary for Paramount Pictures. And I knew it was coming up, and I knew she was staying away. I was trying to get to see the baby, too, visit the baby. It's great pain that I haven't been able to see the baby. And
Maddox, the little 11-month-old boy she adopted.
And I made this effort to see her. I sent her a couple of little messages, love notes, and a little gift and stuff, in anticipation of it. And then I saw her at the event and ran to give her a hug. I said, Ange. And one of her representatives stepped in my way and said, get back, you know, and put his hands on me. And I said, I don't know, it was it tested my willpower, I tell you, that moment, because here's a father who's trying to reach out to his daughter and has been, and everyone knows it, for many years now. I'm trying to get help to her, and here's this fellow, this representative. You know, we have to say things in a couched way, apparently, but who I've tried to get help. I've tried to get this fellow to make a move to give her encouragement in that direction, and he hasn't been very helpful over the years, and we had that incident. Anyway, that's the last time I saw her, but I was able to get past that and give her at least a hug.
When did your relationship turn rocky with her, if that's the right way to say it?
Well, it goes back a long time. I have to say this about that, Steve. There are many divorced parents and families in this industry and in the world today, unfortunately. And I was having difficulty with a marriage, and I had an affair, and there was a divorce. There were bad feelings, and
this was 1979, I think, right?
Perhaps, yeah. And there was hurt and anger, and it was understandable. I've made a great repentance. I've always been there for my kids, always been there for the family, and it wasn't always easy for me, as a result of those feelings, to get close to Angie at different times.
No, it's nice.
It was so much so that I started writing letters at a certain point. I'd say, I'll get her. At least she'll know I'm there continuously. You know, she needs me. And I was, as everyone knows, I'm crazy about my kids, and I'm there at a moment's notice.
Jon, what do you see with your father's eye when you look at Angelina, or when you have spoken to her in the past? I mean, you worked together on a film just 2 years ago.
Yes.
In which you played her father.
Yeah. And it was one of the happier moments in my life, I have to say. And it was a miracle for us to be able to express our love to each other in the way we did. And we even recorded it on the film. So it was a very happy moment for both of us. It was paid for because I was there for her at different times. Now, one of the situations that I see that deeply pains me, and I'm sorry I haven't addressed it before, I haven't been able to get help for emotional problems that I have witnessed very close up. And I see the press and the media respond to Angie's very candid expression of these problems through the years. And anyone who knows anything about these expressions of hers knows that they're serious. And I see them being made an entertainment of, or being used for news, or whatever. And that hurts me deeply because I know that lots of young people who look up to Angie are capable of imitating certain behaviors.
If you were to make a plea to her right now, what would you say? Because that's what you want to do.
Well, the reason for my plea is not for myself. I have to let you know that. Of course, I want nothing. I want nothing more than to hold my baby in my arms and keep her from harm. But there's much that has to be done. And I want to say, tell Angie that I love her. I want her to get the help she needs. I know that her fans will stand by her through any process toward her potential and toward her peace of mind and her happiness. And I want her to find true love.
Okay. John, we've run out of time. I hope this has done some good. I hope you've gotten to say what you wanted to say. I know you would like to have gone farther, but there are certain restrictions that we have. Best of luck.
I appreciate it, Steve.
And we'll talk soon.
Yeah.
Linda?
Thanks, Steve. An unpleasant surprise for fans of NBC's Ed. One of the stars, Josh Randall, has been arrested in New York, accused of smoking crack. Greg Agnew has details.
I did the interview. I had my short hair wig.
Isn't it killer?
This is Josh Randall on the friendly New Jersey set with his Ed co-stars. Last night, Randall was on the far less friendly streets of Brooklyn. Police arrested the 30-year-old outside this schoolyard. According to the NYPD, Randall was smoking crack cocaine with a homeless man whom they also arrested.
Dr. Jerome, what's going on?
Many things, Dr. Burton, many things.
Newly married Randall has no known drug history. As the show was debuting in 2000, the actor joked about the pressures of being in a network drama.
I'm totally under pressure. What do I... no, I haven't. I haven't felt really any pressure about it.
Randall was arraigned today in Brooklyn and released on his own recognizance. According to his lawyer, he is not guilty. The misdemeanor charge carries a maximum of 1 year jail time. He's scheduled back in court September 9th. I'm Greg Agnew for E! News.
Randall's lawyer says the actor was lost in Brooklyn and merely giving a homeless man $20 when he was arrested. The attorney says the actor offered to take both drug and polygraph tests, but officers declined.
Controversy is taking country singer Toby Keith right to the top. Cindy Hum has that story and today's E-Flash.
We'll put a boot in your ass, it's the American way.
Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue has propelled Toby Keith's new album, Unleashed, to the #1 spot on the Billboard charts. No thanks to critics. Keith says his patriotic hit was never intended to be a great song, just a statement.
And now critics come out and they'll bash it and say it's thoughtless lyrics and throwaway lyrics and all that. It shouldn't have to stand up beside of the Song of the Year anywhere. It ought to just be what it is, a statement.
Kelly Osbourne is getting ready for her big screen debut. Ozzy's little girl is in negotiations to co-star in Disney's updated version of Freaky Friday. She'll play the best friend and get a chance to sing in the remake.
George, wake up!
Speaking of remakes, NBC is taking them to a whole other level. On the rerun show, debuting tonight, new actors reinterpret scripts from classic sitcoms with hilarious results.
That's okay, Tootie. Maybe some people feel they're over the hill when they're my age, but not me.
And finally, it's 3 days and counting till the Anna Nicole Show premieres right here on E! Sunday night at 10.
Yep, can't wait for that.
I'm Cindy Hom for E! News.
The inimitable Anna will join us right here on E! News Live tomorrow.
Coming up.
Hi. Does anyone know where Melissa Rivers sits?
Juliana takes us through the hallowed halls of E! and beyond.
How about them Knicks, huh?
Blair Underwood goes full frontal in a live conversation from New York. Next.
You know, Steve, with my twisted mind, rarely does a script say exactly what I'm thinking, and this is exactly it.
Okay.
So I'll say it with relish. Where do I look now?
Right there.
See what I said about that twisted? Holding your own opposite Julia Roberts in a film directed by another Oscar winner is no easy task.
Especially since Julia Roberts would probably offer to hold your own for you. She's so nice. But Blair Underwood proves he's up to the challenge in Steven Soderbergh's film Full Frontal. Blair joins us now, live from our studios in New York. Hi, Blair. That was some tease you offered up earlier.
Yeah, really. We wanted some full frontal, though.
Linda said you wanted full frontal, so I was ready and willing to promote this film.
You'll do anything, Blair. Seriously, though, when you got that role, were you just like, wow, I won the lotto? Julia on one side and directed by Steven Soderbergh.
I gotta tell you, I don't think I've come down yet. At the time when we first spoke, and Steven and I spoke almost a year ago, last August, Julia had not signed on. She signed on about 2 months later, but I was feeling the lottery just to work with him, and then when she signed on, it was just icing on the cake.
And what about this?
Kind of like an E-cake.
Kind of like an E-cake? Oh, you have one
of our... They're giving out E-cookies.
Oh, isn't
mini
that
cakes.
Nice? You rate.
That's right.
We sprung for food. Blair, what was it like? This was an 18-day shooting schedule. Steven shot it on, I'm not even certain of the right term, but it's a digital video.
That's right, exactly.
And, oh no. And then...
I hate it when this happens.
Okay, we went to color bars, wouldn't you know it? We'll get Blair back.
Are we going to get him back? We'll get him back.
We lost the signal. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll finish the question then.
We'll get him back.
Okay.
Hang on. Don't go anywhere. What happened?
Tomorrow on E! News Live.
Hi, it's Anna Nicole. Hi.
A brush with fame. Anna Nicole talks about adjusting to newfound stardom. Live on our set.
Yep, can't wait for that.
That's tomorrow. And still to come today, why Paula idolizes Simon.
I love Paul Simon. I think his music's great, and I wish we'd get back together with Garfunkel.
When last we spoke, Blair Underwood was somewhere in outer space on a satellite. He is now lost in space. We're still trying to get him back.
I think it was my full frontal comment that offended him, and he just pulled the plug.
Or else maybe the FCC did. In the meantime, it's summertime, and E! has a special tradition of saying thanks with an annual party for the people who make it all happen every day.
Who better to check out the festivities than our one-name reporter, Juliana, who's in the E! Courtyard right now gearing up for the festivities. Hey, Juliana, I hear you're going to be tending bar tonight a la Coyote Ugly. Is that true?
That is so true. Wait, where'd you hear that from? That was supposed to be a surprise.
Oh, it's a rampant rumor. It's everywhere.
I know. So listen, guys, basically what's going on here is it's E!'s big annual party. It's a way for the big bosses to say thank you to all the E! employees who work so hard, and that, by the way, is 800 people. So they're feeding and entertaining 800 people. We have the Counting Crows coming here tonight, which is one of my favorite bands, so very excited about that. But in the meantime, we've been just picking out all day inside. That's our building there, by the way, for the people who don't know. Hello, Mr. Building. Hello. Yes, that's the building. And all day, like I mentioned, I've just been like shoveling food in my mouth. So we happen to catch that on videotape. So why don't you guys check it out right now? All right, so it's E!'s big annual shindig, and I hear there's a ton of food upstairs. So first things first, right? You gotta have some food. So let's go check out what's going on upstairs. Come on. I need some coffee. Hi.
Hi.
Is this where I can get some coffee?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, let me ask, are there any new advances in the field of coffee?
Well, we actually do have a a product called Java Juice. It's 7 times as strong as regular coffee.
So after you have it, you're like on, it's like liquid crack, maybe?
Yeah.
Good. Time for a little breakfast.
Ooh, check it out. Hotties at the pastries. Hotties at the pastries. Patrick!
Juliana.
What's going on? What are you eating here?
I'm eating the peach blueberry oat bran muffin. Good and good for you.
That was scary.
Thank you very much.
Moving on to the best burgers in town.
See, he's fat, man. CNN would get like Spago or something all snobby. We get In-N-Out. What's up? We're like ghetto. Okay, for those who aren't pigs, there's Whole Foods. Yep, Whole Foods is here too. So let's go get some healthy food. Huh? Come on. What do you think's the most popular thing with the E employees here today?
The most fattening one. The curry chicken salad.
Ice cream sandwiches and fruit juice bars.
Jeez, can I, please?
Chocolate.
Oh, that's nice. Soy cream. Oh, these are good.
Ugh, I feel bloated and sick. I need to make just one last stop.
So, how about the Knicks, huh? I can do many things. Anyway, listen, people. The Counting Crows, as I mentioned, are coming in tonight. And so Adam Duritz, the lead singer, is going to be right here singing in this mic like a true rock star. He's going to be like, round here. I'm not going to go there. I'm the worst singer in the world. But anyways, it's going to be amazing. And we're going to have all the highlights of this big rock show. Oh my God, am I not talking in my mic? You know what? I'm so excited. I ate so much, but I took 2 Peptos. I'll be all right. Anyway, we're going to have all the highlights tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow. Bye.
And Juliana doesn't know urinal etiquette. You don't talk to the person next to you when you're standing there, okay?
Really?
For next time, Juliana?
News you can use all right here on E. We'll be right back. God.
Just ahead, a behind-the-scenes peek at a true red, white, and blue American institution.
Oh, don't give me that American rubbish, Paula.
Email your questions, comments, or suggestions to enewslive@eonline.com.
CE is springing for a big party with the Counting Crows, but somebody forgot to pay the satellite bill. We've called in a credit card number, and I understand Blair Underwood is back from New York, correct? There he is. Hi, Blair.
You're back.
Hey, Blair.
Sorry about
Steve, Linda,
that.
was it something I said? What
No,
happened?
so now it was a full frontal comment.
Nothing
you
you
went,
said.
I was telling you, your whole crew back here, they had a whole full frontal nudity party going on.
Damn.
And you came back despite that. Unbelievable.
And I came back.
Okay.
The cookie.
We're talking about Full Frontal. Steven Soderbergh shot it for less than $2 million. In 18 days, you had to put together your own wardrobe.
Right.
Some of it was ad-libbed, I know. There was a script, but some of it was ad-libbed. What was the most challenging part for you? What was the most fun?
Oh, the most fun was being able to ad-lib and just pretend and make up things. You're right. We shot in 18 days and a $2 million budget, and I think Soderbergh still came in under budget after all of that. But the most fun we had was just having the freedom to do the lines, do the script, but then really go off of that and just play the situation. And he really has a genuine love for actors, so he would really run the camera until we petered out, until we got tired. And you know, Steve, we talked about this. Most of my scenes were with Julia. And we would go. And, you know, it was tit for tat. I'd throw something out, she'd come right back, because you know how witty she is.
Yes, very.
And funny, but after about 10 minutes, we would just kind of just die and say, please, cut the tape.
Now, Steven has put out some very high-gloss, slick Hollywood productions. He does love film, and he loves telling stories. This one is different, though. How do you think moviegoers are going to take it?
It's a good question, Steve. I don't know. I have no clue. I've seen some of the reviews, and people either get it or they don't, which you kind of know when you read the script. When I read it, I think I understood maybe the first 10 pages, and I was like, yeah, okay, hey, I'm down, I'll do it. But it's not as really confusing as it seems once you see the film. It's harder to explain it, but it's entertaining, and if you really kind of get into it, it's really enjoyable.
Hey, Blair, I gotta know, did you know about Julia's top secret wedding last month? Did you know that was going to happen?
Well, you know,
you did.
My invitation, I think I got lost in the mail.
No, but did you know? Did she talk about that? I mean, did she tell her buddies?
No, really. She was very private about that whole thing. I mean, really, I think all of the guests were family and friends. Really quiet.
So what are you going on to next, Mr. Underwood?
The next thing, Mr. Kometko, is a comedy for Warner Brothers. It's called, they may change the title. Right now it's called Malibu's Most Wanted. And it's based on one of Jamie Kennedy's characters from his show, The Jamie Kennedy Experiment. And if you've ever seen it, he's hilarious. And this will really be my first kind of broad comedy type of film, Full Frontal being the first. And this one is just crazy.
So bottom line on Full Frontal, did it measure up to all your expectations in terms of a professional experience?
Oh, you had to clarify that.
Hey.
Because, see, I wasn't sure where you're going with that one.
You know, I'm trying to make it as crazy as possible. Pulling the plug, Full Frontal.
Oh, yeah. No, it all measured up. Thank you. No, it was everything I could have hoped for. I mean, really, the reward, seriously, was the experience of it. I don't know, as you asked, Steve, if people will, and you know, I don't know how people will come out and watch it, if they'll enjoy it. I'm not sure, but I know I had a great time doing it.
Linda, Blair is
I'm getting a sign saying, shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, we're getting the rap, too. I just wanted to say, Blair's one of those people, when you're in a room with him, you feel as though you've been, as a man, you feel like you've just been hit by a Mack truck, because he's so good looking and he's always dressed so...
I was thinking that as well.
Yeah,
and you were so kind to join us twice today. Thank you so much.
Thanks for sticking around.
Checks in the mail, you guys. All right.
Okay. See you in Full Frontal.
And we have an American Idol package I believe we couldn't run because of all our goof ups, but I guess we're going to have it for tomorrow.
Along, don't forget, with Anna Nicole Smith live.
That's right. And I've got questions for
studios.
you.
Okay, you write them down on all.
I thought about it a lot last night. I'm going to pass them on because I won't be here tomorrow. Jules is back.
Okay. You do that. You got to wrap things up so that we can get to the party.
Thanks
That's it
so
for
much.
today.
I got my wristband on. That means wine.